Hello, and welcome to Rethinking Our History, where we seek to shed a light on events that have been forgotten and covered up, and to make us all question how much do we really know about our history? I'm Felicia.
And I'm Ian, and we are here to reveal all the sordid details of history that have been swept under the rug. Get ready to get angry, be curious, and maybe have a laugh or two as we rethink our history.
Hello, friends.
Hey guys,
Thanks for joining us for another lesson, number 40,
40.
the age I shall be next year.
Wow,
Woo! What?
how time flies.
Black don't crack. Anyways, the topic this week is one that has been burning a hole in my brain for a few years, and full disclosure, the hiring of the new executive director of my employer, Reach of Haywood, Dr. Sarah Vogel, a beautiful Hawaiian goddess, knocked it back loose.
Right.
Shout out to Sarah. Hi, friend. When you listen to this eventually. Hi. Anyways,
Hey Sarah.
but before we get into that, let's get the business out of the way. If you found us here first and are a fan of the paranormal, give our show, The Paranormal Lovers, a listen. Over 100 episodes about everything from the founder of AA, Bill W.,
Bill.
to the mystery of who DB Cooper is. If you would please be so kind, give us a like, follow, and share on social medias. This is the easiest and cheapest way to support our podcast. Search for The Paranormal Lovers on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you would like to support the making of these shows, we have a couple of ways you can do so. First, we have our merch store at theparanormallovers.threadless.com, where we still have a $12 t-shirt sale going on until tomorrow.
$12 tees.
You can get apparel, phone, stickers, and so much more. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/theparanormallovers, where we have one tier at $5 a month. There you will get early access to unedited videos of both of our regular shows. And beginning Friday, September 5th, a new show will be released for subscribers. Why Do Men is a true crime show that will be true crime and history show.
Yeah.
True crime and history. That'll look at men and make you think, dude, what the fuck? The fuck? What? Men? Really? You will also get stickers and other swag from time to time. Finally, if you have a personal story you would like read on a future episode of the Paranormal Personals, you'd like to be a guest on the episode, or you just want to chat, email us at theparanormallovers@yahoo.com. Sorry, there's a gnat in here. Fucking hate a gnat. I hate a gnat. I'm going to cover my soda. Actually, damn, I should have grabbed one of those soda lids. Oh well.
Yeah.
I'll grab one after this episode. All right. Now, your mom was a travel agent for a really long time. You guys went a lot of places. Have you ever went to Hawaii?
No.
No. Neither have I. Obviously, the furthest west I've been's like Kentucky.
Mom
but
went several times, but I never went.
That's the perks of being a travel agent in the 90s. Now, I think it's pretty universal to say that people love Hawaii. Beautiful landscape, the culture, and her people. In the last few years, especially since the fires that destroyed Maui, there has been a push for Hawaiians to regain their sovereignty and a worldwide realization that the people of Hawaii do not love tourism as it stands on the islands today.
Nope.
A lot of people want to argue that places like Hawaii need tourism and the kindness of white saviors to survive, and get real upset when they are asked to stay away and give the native people time to rebuild, or even more, to give the right to care for the land back to the original stewards of said land. Like they didn't live just fine without colonizers thinking they knew better.
Yep.
It is believed that the first inhabitants of the islands arrived between 3 and 800 AD.
Nice.
So like 1200 years ago.
It's a long time.
Uh-huh. Hawaii is a part of Polynesia, and we have all seen Moana and at least have a basic awareness of their voyeur culture. Nope. Voyager culture, not voyeur culture. God damn, what a fuck up. No, people, Hawaiians are not voyeurs. Which, like, I mean, if you want some Samoans to be staring in my window, that's fine. I ain't gonna complain about it. I'm just, what up, Jason Momoa and The Rock? How's it
Wanna
going?
watch?
Want to join? Um. Anyways, Voyager culture. Build ships, sail
Yeah,
across the ocean. They read the stars.
right.
Amazing people. Once a certain group of voyagers found the Hawaiian Islands, they began to build a community and civilization. Well, multiple communities at first, each rolled over, each ruled over by its own chief. But in 19, nope, not even close. 1795, Kamehameha.
Nice.
I said, excuse, Kame, Kame.
Kamehameha.
Yep. Chief of Hawaii Island, conquered all the islands and established the Kingdom of Hawaii and the dynasty of the House of Kamehameha.
That's cool. Goku lives on an island.
Gee, I wonder where.
His little thing's called Kame House. So,
Gee, wonder where they got that from.
yeah.
There is said to have been many encounters with Europeans and other travelers before the first written account of Europeans landing on Hawaii's shores. But we know for sure the tale of Captain James Cook, colonizing bastard, who was the first to be recorded making contact with the natives of the islands. Yes, I'm filling up my tank, people, while I'm reading notes. Leave me alone. In night, nope. Bitch really wants it to be the 1900s again. In 1778, Captain Cook was on an expedition. Publicly, he was on a trip to return a man named Mai to his home in Tahiti, but truly he was seeking a northern passage that would connect the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. This was his third such expedition. After delivering the man home, Captain Cook came across the Hawaiian Islands. It is said by some that at first Cook was revered as a god, as he resembled the Hawaiian natives' god Lono of fertility, agriculture, and music. He showed up during the harvest for said god, and his ship resembled some of their sacred artifacts.
Hmm.
So, like, great. White man shows up, and they're like, he kind of looks like that one dude from the sky.
All right.
But then again, I don't know how true this is because, my notes are off of Wikipedia and white people have access to that.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
Right.
Um, but their first meeting pretty much set the tone for their whole relationship. John Williamson, one of Cook's crew, shot and killed one of the native people. Otherwise, it was a civil enough meeting. They were like, "Oh, everything was fine. I mean, this one guy killed this one guy, but other than that, it was fine."
Right.
Um, okay. The next time Cook came to the island, he spent a whole month exploring the land and getting to know the people and their customs. By the time this expedition was over, the relationship between the two groups had deteriorated, and I'm sure the natives were glad to see the captain and his crew set sail. Unfortunately, the goodbye was short lived, as a strong gust of wind broke one of the masts on one of the ships, and they were forced to come back to shore to make repairs. On February 13th, 1779, tensions began to grow, and a group of Hawaiians is said to have stolen one of Cook's ships. In an attempt to retrieve his ship, Cook decided to take the high chief hostage until his ship was returned.
Not Kamehameha.
No, this was actually before Kamehameha. This was about 16 years before Kamehameha became the high chief.
Oh, okay.
It was another one, and listen, I don't wanna I put names in here, obviously, but if it's not a super critical to the story name and I don't wanna butcher it, I would rather be respectful and just leave it out than butcher it with my redneck accent. So, um,
Wayne's Vagey.
on the 14th, he and a small group of soldiers arrived at the village Captain Cook. The chief went with them willingly against the advice of his advisors. As he was as he was being led across the beach to a waiting ship, his favorite wife and two of the other chiefs met him there and attempted to talk him out of giving himself over willingly. While they were talking to him, a crowd began to grow on the beach. Then word came in that another highly revered chief was killed by British soldiers, and this caused the natives to pick up stones and clubs and threaten Cook and his men. Captain Cook fired off one warning shot before he shot and killed one of the natives. This led to an all out fight on the beach that led to the death of 14 native Hawaiians and 5 of the Europeans, including Captain Cook, who died after being stabbed in the fucking neck. Yay,
Damn.
Valentine's Day. Every year. I follow a lot of indigenous people. Oh, sorry about that. I follow a lot of indigenous people on social media, and every year, Happy Valentine's Day has like Happy Day that Captain Cook was stabbed in his colonizing fucking neck. I'm like, yes, fuck you, Cook. Over just a couple of decades, colonizers began colonizing the islands. At first, they were exporting sandalwood to China, as well as other natural resources. Immigrants brought iron tools and household items, but also guns, alcohol, and insects that wrecked the native ecosystem. And of course, they brought disease. Not only diseases like TB and smallpox, but also STDs and STIs that were consensually and not consensually spread to the native women of
Right.
the islands. So there's that.
Yeah.
Because, for some reason, white men can't help
Fucking
but
British, man.
rape brown women. And then you're all like, oh, but we're superior. So why do you keep popping out mutts? If you think you're so superior, why are you mudding up your bloodline? Come on now. In 1819, Kamehameha II inherited the throne, and soon Protestant missionaries began to convert the natives. Here come the fucking Christians.
Yep.
Just as they tried to do with many other cultures, the church bans many of the native spiritual practices, including hula dancing.
What the hell?
But like many other cultures, natives were able to find ways to blend their beliefs with what was being forced upon them. When Kamehameha III became king at 12, 12, literally Aang, literally the
A
Avatar.
little avatar.
Like, sorry, I don't know if that's racist or not. We've been watching a lot of Avatar, and I know he's like not Hawaiian, but he's brown. Became king at 12. He was coerced into signing the 1840 Constitution, making the House of Kamehameha a Christian monarchy. Quote, the Constitution organized the power of government and its functions by defining the House of Representatives as the legislative body, giving their people the power to vote, proclaiming the House of Kamehameha, establishing of the office of Kuhaina Nui, creating the office of royal governors of the various islands, and recognizing Christianity as an authority, end quote. An authority on fucking what? Morals? If you need a man to yell at you and tell you you're going to hell so you're a good person, to make you be a good person, I got news for you. You ain't a good person.
No.
Walmart.
So religion was
ones.
just a thing to control people, anyways. And they didn't go by like what they preached.
Hell no. They're like, it's rules for
They
thee,
never
not for
do.
me.
They never have.
It's rules for thee and not for me.
Yeah.
It's like currently, how many fucking abortions do you think Republicans have paid for their mistresses or for women they have assaulted? But then they want to restrict access to abortion health care for every other woman in this country so that they can use our rotting deceased corpse as a fucking incubator? Suck my left nut. While Christianity is not the only religion preached on the islands, the Catholic Church and the Church of the Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints also had missionaries there. It became and remains the predominant religion. Oh, excuse me. Oh, September 30th is the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation in Canada.
Nice.
Because, churches and reservation schools and boarding schools, that's what they're called. Fucking boarding schools, that's what that's about.
Yeah. I'm sure they tried to set them up there too.
King Kamehameha the fourth?
Kamehameha the fourth.
The fifth.
The fifth.
Yes. Sorry, there's a lot of them. I forgot to put which number he was in there. King Kamehameha the fourth, not the fifth, died heirless, and a vote was held where Lunalilo was elected king. However, he died the next year, also heirless. So another vote was held in 1874 between Kalakaua, who had ran against Lulalilo before, and Emma, queen consort of Kamehameha V.
Nice.
The election was contested in the legislature, leading to riots breaking out across the islands. These riots only came to an end once British and U.S. troops landed on the islands. And Emma was queen consort. When Europeans first landed on Hawaii, the chiefs were polyamorous, so they had like multiple wives.
Yeah.
And it was that's just what they did. It was an honor if you got to be queen consort to the chief.
Yeah.
And then white people were like, no, you're only allowed to have one husband, but you can rape all those people. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah. On February 12th, 1874, Kalakaua was elected king by the Legislative Assembly, but unknown to him, over the next decade, a group of white businessmen were setting about to stage a coup. In 1887, Kalakaua was forced to sign a new constitution under the threat of violence. This new constitution stripped the king of much of his authority and only gave white men the right to vote.
Imagine that.
This is known as the Bayonet Constitution. Can you guess why?
Because it was forced upon them under a bayonet.
Exactly.
Like, do it or we're going to bayonet you.
Mm-hmm. And Kale Kama would rule as nothing more than a figurehead until his death in 1891. His sister, Queen Lile Kalani, would inherit the throne and would also be the last monarch of Hawaii. This one's easier for me to say because I have a niece named Kalani. And I was like, oh shit, she got the same name as the fucking Hawaiian queen. I'm gonna have to let her know.
Right.
Liliuokalani announced plans to write a new constitution that would proclaim her an absolute monarch. In response to this, that group of white dudes, the Committee of Safety, they named them. What are you seeking safety from? Brown people?
Brown people.
Sought annexation from the United States. In response, Congress sent a troop of Marines, and the kingdom did not resist. Quote, if we did not force resist their final outrage, it was because we could not do so without striking at the military force of the United States. Whatever constraint the executive of this great country may be under to recognize the president government at Honolulu has been forced upon it by no act of ours, but by the unlawful acts of its own agents. Attempts to repudiate those acts are vain, end quote. But make no mistake, Queen Liliuokalani was not just giving these men her land. In another correspondence, she wrote, quote, now to avoid any collision of armed forces and perhaps the loss of life, I do under this protest, and impelled by said force, yield my authority until such a time as the government of the United States shall, upon the facts being presented to it, undo the action of its representatives and reinstate me in the authority which I claim as the constitutional sovereign of the Hawaiian Islands, end quote. Listen to me, folks. I want the fucking kingdom of Hawaii to come back, okay? Do you understand how badass that is? The kingdom
Right.
of Hawaii. I want to go visit the kingdom. I don't want to go to the state of Hawaii. I want to go visit the kingdom of Hawaii.
Yeah.
On January 17th, 1893, a group of sugar and pineapple plantation owners, along with the American minister to Hawaii and a group of Marines, deposed Queen Liliuokalani and installed a temporary government. This government was constructed against the will of the Hawaiian voters and consisted solely of 13 white men.
Sounds like we got that that's what we got in the US right now. So
Hello? 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 Are y'all awake? Hello? After the provisional government of Hawaii ended on July 4th, 1894, Sanford B. Dole, cousin to the owner of Hawaiian Food Company, aka Dole Fruit, became the president of the Republic of Hawaii.
all right.
Yeah.
Bananas. That's bananas.
Pineapples, too. Bananas and pineapples. I prefer Chiquita bananas, but
Yeah.
for years, Liliuokalani attempted to regain control of Hawaii, even writing a letter to the US president asking for his help. Behind the scenes, a group of royalists were planning to overthrow this new government. They had hundreds of rifles shipped to the island and they hid them in caves. Unfortunately, on January 6, 1895, gunfire broke out between the rebels and a patrol of Republic of Hawaii troops.
Mm.
Over the next week and a half, troops arrested 123 rebels as POWs.
Jeez.
They would arrest another 300 in the coming days, including the Queen herself.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
No. In March of 1895, 170 rebels were convicted of treason, and 6 of them were sentenced to death by hanging. Others found guilty of treason were sentenced to a range of 5 to 35 years of imprisonment and hard labor. Other charges with lesser crimes oh, Others charged with lesser crimes received between half a year to 6 years of imprisonment and hard labor.
Jeez.
Yeah, all because they literally did not fucking want white men stealing their goddamn their fucking country. Their
Right.
fucking country, folks. Like, everybody that gets so pissed off about immigrants that wanna fucking come over here and work hard and make money. These fucking businessmen aren't the one doing the work.
Yep.
All they have is fucking money. They don't give a shit about the people on the island
I don't
at
know.
fucking all. All they care about is their pocket, and these people know that, and they don't want them running their fucking government.
Yeah.
The Queen was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but only served 8 months on house arrest before being paroled. President Grover Cleveland was friends with the Queen, and after the overthrow, he commissioned the Borant Report to investigate the event. This report concluded that the takeover had been illegal and power should be restored to the rightful ruler. President Cleveland wrote to Congress, quote, and finally, but for the lawless occupation of Honolulu under the false pretenses by the United States forces, and but for Minister Stevens' recognitions of the provisional government, when the United States forces were its sole support and constituted its only military strength, the Queen and her government would never have yielded to the provisional government, even for a time, and for the sole purpose of submitting her case to the enlightened justices of the United States. By an act of war committed with the participation of a diplomatic representative of the United States and without authority of Congress, the government of a feeble but friendly and confiding people has been overthrown. A substantial wrong has thus been done with due regard for our national character, as well as rights of the injured people requires we should endeavor to repair. The provisional government has not assumed a republican or other constitutional form, but has reimagined a mere executive council or or oligarchy set up without the assent of the people. It has not sought to find a permanent basis of popular support and has given no evidence of an intention to do so. End quote. So that president, I should cover him. He seems great.
Yeah.
He's like, "Can we give Hawaii her land back, please?"
Right.
Not cool, dudes. Not cool. The U.S. government demanded Queen Liliuokalani be reinstated, but they're in their reply, the provisional government, quote unquote, unhesitantly refused.
Huh.
Motherfucker. And here's the thing, they refused, but instead of, I don't know, sending in more military forces to overthrow the provisional government and reinstate the queen themselves, the United States just kind of went, all right. They said no. What are we going to do?
Right.
I don't fucking know. Kill him? Congress launched their own investigation, which concluded with the Morgan Report. This report concluded nothing illegal had taken place and the provisional government was allowed to keep power.
Yeah.
Mm. In 1993, we're going to skip ahead a little bit and we'll come back. Congress passed the Apology Resolution Act, which was signed by President Clinton. This resolution apologized and finally admitted what happened was illegal. Quote, the Congress, on the occasion of the 100th anniversary of the illegal overthrow of the Kingdom of Hawaii on January 17, 1893, acknowledged the historical significance of this event, which resulted in the suppression of the inherent sovereignty of the native Hawaiian people.
Hmm.
The apology resolution also acknowledges that the overthrow of the Kingdom of Hawaii occurred with the active participation of agents and citizens of the United States, and further acknowledged that the Native Hawaiian people never directly relinquished to the United States their claim to their inherent sovereignty as a people over their national lands, either through the Kingdom of Hawaii or through a plebiscite or referendum, end quote. But, like, great. You said sorry. Now what you gonna do about it?
Give them their land back.
Like, this is something that I'm really trying to teach Patty. You can say I'm sorry all day long, but if your actions don't
Yeah.
match what you're saying,
Right.
then you're just blowing hot air up somebody's ass.
Pretty much.
And that's this and
That's what the
every,
government does all the time.
I won't say every single land acknowledgement. Every single land acknowledgement by a government entity is hot air up smoke ass. Like,
They're like,
hot air up smoke
we're
ass.
sorry, but
Don't get it.
we're gonna stay.
We're sorry about that, but you know, we're here now, so deal.
Yep.
I believe that back in the day, if Grover Cleveland did not need approval of Congress, we would have a Kingdom of Hawaii today. But for those truly in control of this country, money is God, and you will have to pry that power from their cold dead hands.
Right.
Once William McKinley was sworn into office, the annexation of Hawaii was quickly passed. The Newlands Resolution was passed, and the Republic of Hawaii became the territory of Hawaii. The people of Hawaii were deeply upset by these decisions as they did not consider the will of the Hawaiian people. Liliuokalani wrote, quote, it had not entered into our hearts to believe that these friends and allies from the United States would ever go so far as to absolutely overthrow our form of government, end quote. And I do find it kind of
Got them
surprising.
while they were down too.
hmm I find it surprising that quite a few media outlets wrote their concerns for the native people of Hawaii. Not just that they were losing land and power over that land to business people, but also losing their culture and way of life. Due to the plantations on the islands, the U.S. seized the opportunity to station troops on the islands indefinitely
Right.
because they like still there and they're poisoning the water. We haven't forgot about that. And we haven't forgot U.S. military poisoning water in Hawaii. Don't forget. In 1900, Hawaii was granted self-governance. Oh, did I lose you?
Yep.
Yep, I
Lost
did.
me. Can't believe my phone's only got 30 minutes on there.
That's really weird.
That's really weird. Hey, come back.
All right, we're back. Cool.
Chappelle.
In 1900, Hawaii was granted self governance. They attempted to become a state many times, but it would take over 60 years for that to happen. For the plantation owners, this was fantastic, as many states had outlawed slavery. But as a territory, there was no such laws, and they were able to profit greatly.
Mm.
Uh huh. So when people are like,
So
"Oh
how long
yeah,"
was slavery around
until
there
I think
anyways?
1905,
Hmm.
until Puerto Ricans probably started immigrating in,
Yeah.
and we'll get to it here in a second. But yeah, so the Emancipation Proclamation was passed in 1863.
Mhm.
1865 is the year that most of
Juneteenth.
us celebrate Juneteenth from,
Yeah.
but there were enslaved Africans until 1905.
Wow.
So, because if it's not a state,
They didn't get
it
the
doesn't
same,
count.
law they didn't go by the same laws.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Around this time,
Interesting.
yeah, around this time, Puerto Rico was hit by a massive hurricane that devastated the sugar crops. This led to a mass immigration of Puerto Ricans to the islands. Koreans were next to make the move over, the first wave of immigrants moving between 1903 and 1924, and the next wave would arrive after the signing of the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965, which we talked about. Probably a lot moved from LA.
Yeah.
Well, no, a lot moved to LA after that was passed. So,
Right.
in the morning hours of December 7th, 1941,
Gnarly, dude.
eh,
Not
in,
so much.
in the early morning hours of December 7th, 1941, the United States Pacific Fleet was bombed by the Empire of Japan,
Yep. Pearl
pulling the
Harbor.
US into World War II. I listen, that was really fucked up. Pearl Harbor was terrible, terrible event. The fucking Empire of Japan, though, are you fucking kidding me? That we need a band. We need a heavy metal band from Japan called the Empire of Japan,
Hell yeah.
because that is fucking hard, bro. Like, I love Japanese people, man, their culture's so crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
By the 1950s, the power vacuum the plantation owners had on the islands was breaking as the children of natives and immigrants became adults and were able to vote and voted against the Hawaii Republican Party. For some reason in Washington, they believed they would vote differently, and they were brought in as a state alongside Alaska. Ironically, both states have routinely voted opposite of their assumed political party.
Right?
So Alaska's fucking
And like,
red,
just leave me alone.
in case you guys didn't know, which make that fucking make sense. Um, Probably because of all the rich people that own property
Gold
up
and
there.
oil.
Gold and oil. That's fucking exactly
Gold
why.
and oil.
And Hawaii is very, very blue and democratic, which, like, do I need more reasons to move to Hawaii? No. And while it may seem like a good thing to become a state of the US, it has not been great for the natives of the islands.
No.
Like many places colonized, the colonizers have staked claim to a large portion of the land, and the original people are left with little. 95% of the land on the islands is owned by 82 people.
Wow.
50% of that is controlled by the government or private corporations. Oprah owns 1,000 acres
Jeez.
on one of the islands in Hawaii.
That's crazy.
1,000 fucking acres. And the storm, the tsunami that came after that big ass earthquake they had
Yep.
like a month or two ago,
Mhm.
like it was hours. People were trying to get across her property and she had the fucking gate closed. I got
Mm.
no love for Oprah. Listen, I grew up watching Oprah. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car, everybody gets a car. Greatest day of my life. Thought it was fantastic. But fuck her.
Yeah.
Bitch, go buy some land in Africa. What are you doing? Give the natives their fucking land
Yeah.
back. I'm okay. You know me, I've been real mad lately.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been mad my whole life, but since the overthrow of her government, there has been one movement or another to restore sovereignty to the people of Hawaii. Below in the show notes are links to different organizations that are working to restore the sovereignty to the rightful people of those islands. And this movement is worldwide, not just on the islands of Hawaii. I've said it before and I'll say it again, indigenous ways are the only thing that will help the human race survive the disastrous climate we have created for ourselves.
For sure.
No, we cannot stop climate change, but we can learn to live with the world so we do not die from it.
Yep.
All right, Bill, any thoughts on how we stole Hawaii from her people?
It's crazy. I mean, it's like most of the other colonizations. Just come in and kill them, take their land.
Like, you just come in and be like, I like this place. I think I'd like to control it.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What? You come up here and try that shit, you're gonna get shot. And that's the thing. People talk about how they want to say that like these native people and these indigenous folks are savages and they're not civilized, but they were so fucking kind and welcoming, and this is what they got for it.
Yeah. It's
So,
no wonder they're all angry at, Americans now.
yeah, and so when you like hear Hawaiians talking about, "Hey, stay the fuck away from here. We don't want y'all here. How about like these corporations go fuck themselves?" This is why.
Yep.
And like Maui burned to the ground, which I'm kind of in the camp that it was done on purpose so that corporations and millionaires could come and buy up all the land for really, really cheap. You got the US government polluting their water.
Yeah.
They want to build a fucking telescope on one of their sacred mountains.
There were several nuclear bombs that were done in the Polynesian islands.
Like you got like leave these fucking people alone.
Yeah.
Let them have their sacred ancestral land and quit trying to gentrify it and put shit there that we don't fucking need. Okay?
There wasn't any white people in Moana.
No fucking white people in Moana, folks. None. Ugh. All right. Well, friends, that is how the US stole Hawaii.
Yeah. It's real shitty. Like,
I want to go to Hawaii, but I want to go and visit the native side of Hawaii. I don't want to go to
yeah,
the Disney place. I don't want to go to these big hotels
big resorts.
and resorts that are on the beach. I want to get an Airbnb owned by a native Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Go eat at the little restaurant down the streets they eat at. Go,
Watched Gordon Ramsay go there and, like,
maybe do some
had
touristy
some good
shit.
food, man.
Go fucking hiking.
Yeah.
Go fucking hiking in Hawaii. Oh my
Be
god.
amazing. Did you know there's no snakes on Hawaii? It's weird, isn't it?
Let me
Google it. Check it out. Yeah, I heard that fact.
have to
What is
ask
it?
Sarah too.
Yesterday? Day before yesterday?
There are no native snake species.
There you go.
Okay. There are a few non-native species. The Brahmini blind snake and the yellow-bellied sea snake. Ugh, I hate sea snakes so much. They're not supposed to be on the water.
Yeah,
They're not. They're supposed to be out there in the dirt.
yeah.
But yeah, they do enforce strict laws to prevent the introduction of snakes due to the potential threat they pose to the fragile ecosystem.
It's crazy, isn't it, though? Like, there wasn't any snakes on there.
That is crazy. I'm gonna have to ask Sarah what it's
'Cause,
like
like,
to live in a place where you don't have to worry about a fucking snake biting your foot.
you got you think of Hawaii, hiking wise, and you think jungles and stuff, and, like,
Yeah, you
when I
think of
think
the
jungle, I
Amazon or
think
something.
a big snake,
Yeah, you
you know?
think of like going to the Amazon where they've got anacondas and
Yep.
fucking pit vipers and
There isn't
shit.
any
And
there.
it's like,
It's wild.
no, there might be like a snake out there on the water.
Yep.
Bitch, what? I don't like water snakes. They scare me. All right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode and we appreciate you joining us for another week. And we will see you guys next week.
Free Hawaii, and be kind to each other.
Love you. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.